Let's switch gears and talk about procrastination rather than putting it off to the next video. Procrastination is a continual avoidance of starting or completing something that must be completed, and procrastination can be quite detrimental to academic performance. Assignments may be completed poorly at the last minute and turned in late. Important meetings, such as a meeting with your tutor, can be delayed and rendered less effective. So if you struggle to start and finish important things you need to do, let's make a plan to help you conquer procrastination. The first step, of course, is recognizing when you procrastinate. Do you repeatedly postpone tasks? Are you easily distracted while working on a task? If so, you probably tend to procrastinate. Determining why you procrastinate is the next step. Remember that you must define a problem and the underlying cause before you can solve it. Following are a few reasons for procrastinating. You feel overwhelmed by all you must do and you don't know where to start. You don't know how to start. You don't know how to do what you need to do. You don't know what's expected. Or you simply want to avoid failure, conflict, or some unpleasant situation. Now, we discussed in focusing on your priorities the need to complete your most important tasks first. Starting a task instead of repeatedly putting it off is a priority for conquering procrastination. And let's go over a few solutions to help you get started. When faced with an overwhelming number of tasks, identify a couple of the easiest tasks and complete them first. Doing so can help you get started and provides a sense of accomplishment. Use your momentum to tackle the remaining tasks in priority order. If you're not sure how to start a project, refer back to the term paper example in our earlier discussion of planning and completing projects. Remember, the key points were to break down your project into manageable steps and enter deadline for each step into your calendar. Working on these individual steps can help you conquer procrastination because you know where to start and you also have a defined path to completion. If you struggle to start a writing project, recognize that your first draft does not have to be perfect. I often start writing knowing that the first draft will never survive to the final version. So begin your next writing project simply by jotting down a few quick thoughts to kickstart your process. Then you should find it easier to go back and continue working on the draft. If you procrastinate because you don't understand how to do something that you need to do, ask for clarity. And I realize that asking for clarity seems pretty simple, but consider a student who delays working on a homework assignment because he doesn't understand how to do it. The solution can be as simple as visiting his teacher or tutor to learn how to do the assignment. And if you procrastinate because you don't know what's expected, again, ask for clarity. And again, I understand this solution seems very simple, but it will work. Consider a student who does not start a lab report because he doesn't know what's expected to be included in the report. The solution is simply to clarify the expectations with the teacher. Once a student knows what to do, he's able to move on and do it. And if you procrastinate with facing something unpleasant, understand that you have two choices. You can repeatedly postpone the task or activity, but doing so only contributes to your stress level. Or you can simply complete the task and move on. I once faced a very daunting task and my mentor quickly figured out that I was procrastinating. She said very sternly, "Carrie, you are living in fantasy land. You know what needs to be done, but you're just hoping the problem will magically go away. Well, you know what? It won't magically go away. Now take care of it and move on." That conversation taught me to simply muster up enough activation energy to attack daunting tasks sooner rather than later. And as discussed previously in our discussion of attitude, the outcome probably won't be as bad as you envision. And if it is as bad, dealing with it sooner is still preferable. Left unresolved, the situation rarely will magically go away, but it certainly might worsen. So if you're prone to procrastination, put into action the recommendations we discussed here. Talk to your mentor about your procrastination tendency and ask him to help keep you accountable for following through.